Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for Friday, September 26, 2025. And in the news of this evening, fisherman drowns in Treasure Beach. The Pedro Plains Police in St. Elizabeth have launched an investigation into the death of a fisherman who drowned in the parish on Thursday. He has been identified as 29-year-old Damian Davis of Crossroads at Pedro Plains, St. Elizabeth. Reports are that about 12:08 p.m., Davis was on a boat in the Greater Bay area of Treasure Beach when it capsized and he got into difficulties and drowned. His body was later retrieved and taken to the Black River Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The police are awaiting a post-mortem report on the matter. Man allegedly pulls gun on woman for arguing with a relative. An early morning dispute in Flanker, St. James nearly turned deadly when a vendor allegedly pulled a gun on a woman and threatened to kill her. The accused, 23-year-old Chevor Spence, otherwise called the Blacks or Black Boy, has since been charged with assault at a common law and using a firearm to commit a felony. According to police reports, the incident unfolded around 9 a.m. on Tuesday, September 23. A quarrel reportedly erupted between a woman and one of Spence's relatives. Investigators say Spence intervened, but instead of calming the situation, he allegedly escalated it by pointing a firearm at the woman and issuing chilling death threats. Terrified, the woman raised an alarm and contacted the police. Officers quickly responded, and Spence was arrested after being pointed out at the scene. He was later charged following questioning. The St. James police say his court date is being finalized. All Jamaicans and the 50 Chinese laid off as the Western Children's Hospital almost finished. Errol Green, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, has confirmed that all Jamaican workers and the 50 unskilled Chinese workers are no longer employed on the construction site of the new multi-billion-dollar Western Child and Adolescent Hospital in Montego Bay. The project is now nearing completion. Speaking with the news at Wednesday's annual general meeting of the St. James chapter of the Jamaica Lay Magistrates Association, Green explained that the layoffs occurred because there was simply no more work for them. They have laid off the local workers and they are sending back some 50 of the Chinese who have nothing to do, said Green, who noted that some specialist Chinese workers remained finalizing the project. Just over a week ago, some Chinese workers whose salary and other benefits are the responsibility of the Chinese government took industrial action over unpaid wages, claiming that they had not been paid in 6 months. Green confirmed that they have since received their outstanding remuneration for work on the 220-bed hospital, which will provide medical services for children and adolescents up to age 18. The Western Child and Adolescent Hospital is a gift to Jamaica from China, with the Chinese footing the full bill for construction. However, Green noted that once the hospital is completed, the Jamaican government will need to allocate additional resources to fully operationalize it. The hospital is being built on the grounds of the Cornwall Regional Hospital, which is also undergoing extensive renovations. Cornwall Regional is progressing. We will be moving next to put in the records department, and that is expected to be in before the end of the year, said Green. It is expected to be completed as well before the end of the year. They are working on dietary, which should be in place by early next year. The plan for Cornwall Regional is that by, say, September of next year, it should be completed, added Green. Cornwall Regional is the only Type A hospital in Western Jamaica. It has significantly scaled down operations since 2017, when it was hit by a noxious fume issue. The repairs, which were expected to cost $5 billion, have since ballooned to $23.5 billion. April 2026 trial for Ranka gang members. 8 alleged members of the Clarendon-based Ranka gang, reportedly led by a police constable, Tafari Silvera are scheduled to go on trial on April 13, 2026. The trial date was scheduled last Friday when the defendants appeared in the Home Circuit Court before Justice Leighton Pusey. A trial readiness hearing was also fixed for January 29 of next year. An earlier trial date had been booked for September 16 but was vacated due to the persistent absence of some of the defense lawyers. Silvera is among 4 constables charged alongside 4 civilians in the matter. Constable Tenniel Francis, David Henry, and Tevin Henriquez were remanded while bail was extended for the female accused, Jacet Brown, Constables Danilo Barnes and Rajay Morrison, and Ovilgo Mackenzie. Silvera was first arrested in June 2021 after allegations surfaced that he had hired 2 hitmen to murder a police informant from Clarendon. He faces conspiracy to murder charges alongside 2 civilians, Christopher Robinson and Mark Bennett, in a separate case. The other defendants were arrested last March amid accusations of their involvement in the 27-member gang. Reports initially indicated that 8 police personnel were linked to the gang, with 1 fleeing the island when Silvera was apprehended. However, 1 cop was released after 2 complainants declined to cooperate with the prosecutors regarding robbery allegations against him. The Ranka gang has been connected to 17 criminal incidents, including shootings, burglaries, robbery with aggravation, illegal possession of firearms, shop break-in, conspiracy to murder, and abduction, allegedly committed across multiple parishes between 2019 and 2021. Police High Command rejects the call for leadership to speak on fatal shootings. The Police High Command is criticizing a call by the Independent Commission of Investigations for the senior leadership of the JCF to speak publicly on fatal shootings under investigation in order to reassure communities. It follows the fatal shooting of 22-year-old Jamar Farquharson in Cherry Tree Lane, Clarendon on September 15. It is reported that Farquharson was shot after he reached for a firearm, but closed-circuit television footage of the incident has raised concerns about that account by the police. The incident has reignited debate about the use of body-worn cameras for police during planned operations. The JCF says the call for it to comment on investigations was disingenuous given repeated public and private concerns raised by Indicom in the past whenever the High Command has issued a statement or offered a commentary on such matters. In recognition of this, the JCF says it has taken what it believes to be a principled position that a public pronouncement on the matters under active investigation may influence or be perceived to influence the collection of statements and evidence. It says that the overriding concern is to preserve the integrity of investigators, protect the credibility of outcomes, and maintain public confidence in both institutions. Suspect held in connection with rape of 7-year-old girl. A suspect is in custody in connection with the rape of a 7-year-old girl in Treadways, Linstead, St. Catherine on Thursday afternoon. The child was medically examined and it was also reportedly confirmed that she was drugged by her attacker. The suspect was reportedly positively identified by the child. Her father told the news that his daughter was attacked while walking home from school about 2:30 p.m.
Yesterday, my daughter was coming home from school. In the tree bells, a man appeared from out of the bush behind her and jar in the bush, substance in her mouth, cover her mouth as well that she can't bawl or say anything, like a 7-year-old daughter. Then after this, some Josie come out and she come out of the bush and start crying. I pass her by a pass in them car and see her, like a person living in the district, I pass in them car and see her and call her and ask her, what happened to her? The reason being why she was walking, coming home from school, because the drive that was supposed to pick her up didn't get to pick her up. And she was there waiting all along. So she just tell herself, say, okay, she just going to walk come home. And yeah, that's what happened.
Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.